place some mini motorways. I am going to turn off night mode. And I'm going to give New York City a try here. It's one of the brand new maps for the anniversary from Dinosaur Polo Club. The new update added trains. This is the third new level. Area with trees is to be Central Park in New York City. So you can't draw a road through this. It's treated as an obstacle similar to a mountain, except I believe you can run a motorway in the air over it. So since that yellow went circle already, I'm going to take the pinks around this direction, around the north, so I can have a shorter drive for the presumably higher demand yellow. And since I already have yellow going south for the train, I will take the black to the north, just keeping the traffic separate. It also just makes sense, it's a shorter drive. As this map expands southward, I like to move my roads to the edge, because then I could get houses that would spawn there, whereas before they wouldn't be able to spawn down here because there just wasn't space. Once I gain another row, I'll likely put the road back where it was, because then I could have spawns down here. Yeah. Now I can get yellow spawns that would show up in the second rank. And, you know, allow for houses. I don't care whether the houses spawn in next to the forest, or whether they spawn in south of the road. So this is just the easiest way to do it. Now I am considering moving it down one. If I gain another row, which I just did, we'll move it down one more. And that is just so I have more room for pink houses to spawn next to the pink houses that already have spawned. Since this just went to a circle shop, the demand may go up enough. I need room for expansion. Actually, I think I'll take it here. This way I can expand the road to the south and have a chance. I don't really want to use two bridges to get here, but I'd rather do that than use a motorway at this time. I like to save my motorways for high demand when it's required and there's no other real option. Like this blue, for instance, I will use a motorway. I do like that yellow spawn there. I think using a roundabout makes the most sense for it. I haven't had any pinks spawn in for a while. That could make it to this circle shop easily. If I can get a couple more blues to spawn in here. I'd like to convert, if a cluster appears here, I'll convert it to this circle shop and eliminate the motorway. Both of these yellow circles have the same number of houses attached to them, similar distance to drive for each. I don't have a lot of available spawning area. Alright, I'm going to let this play for a second or two and see if I get a different light green spawn, which I did, but not really anywhere I like. One thing I will do is reroute. Actually, I'm gonna route it in this direction. Since these greens to the northwest are closer, I will use them for the newly spawned light green shop. So I just had an excess of blues spawn in, which leads me to believe that I'll probably have another blue shop shortly. I don't have any bridges available, and that doesn't quite fit in. So for now, I'll use a roundabout here. And I think I'll already get rid of it. With 2 spawning into the south, that should be enough for now. It'd be nice if I got a couple more spawned to the north. Alright, so I want to take these where I'm using 2 bridges and let them feed these 2 over here. I'd like to tie in this for now. I have another motorway sitting around, so if I get a large cluster to spawn in, I will change the way this is going. Alright, so I had another light green spawn in. I have room to get all of these blues to the north. So while that's not going to change the spawning, so okay, I don't actually have room to do that because this green spawned in in a place where it won't make any difference. It may actually be able to take it south. Let's see here. It's crossing the railroad track regardless. So it's not going to make a lot of difference which side of the track or which side it crosses. At least not with the current demand. And it is a train station, light green, so it won't have as high demand as this north one will. The train will stop in this station, creating the demand, and then the cars will start driving. And those cars don't actually drive to the station until the train has already left the station, so the traffic will be negligible there. I don't have any yellows that are really close by. Hopefully I get more than one spawn in here. Got 2 to spawn in here. I'm just going to take this one for now. See if I get a cluster that shows up somewhere else. And I'll use those. Currently I have 4 yellows attached here and 5 here. Only 1 here. I'm leaning towards moving this down here and attaching this to the railroad. Alright, so I've got 3 yellows attached to this northern yellow on the railroad. I do need more connection. I think I'm going to connect to these 3 closest yellows with this motorway. I just redrew these greens, means there's no intersection for traffic to slow down. It's a longer drive, but now I have the possibility of taking some more of these light greens over here, should I need to. I'll leave them disconnected for now because it will create an intersection. Since these yellows are connected to a railroad currently, I'm going to leave them connected to the railroad shop and this new one. It looks like yellow is going to be the problematic color on this map. Only time will tell. I'd like to see another yellow or 2 spawn in on this southwest side. Since these are creating an intersection, I'm going to eliminate them for now. These don't create an intersection at all. I'm going to change the path of these greens here. And I'm going to put roads there, and that'll force this. I want it to force. Quick check over everything's demand, looks pretty good. I do have an abundance of extra red, so I should keep an eye out for anything that has too high of demand. I do only have 3 reds attached to this circle shop here. I think that's an opportunity, possibly. I think actually I'm going to use a motorway for the black houses here, and I will attach them here. They have the shortest drive, and now I can route these reds to the south. So the blacks are no longer crossing the railroad, which is good. Alright, we have a cluster of blacks that have spawned down here and high demand. Instead of having 2 circle black shops attached to one another, I'm going to attach the second one and this newly spawned in on a single network with all of these new ones. And I will favor, there we go. So this placement gives a right turn of sorts. It's actually a straight to the higher demand, and then a left turn to the lower demand. I think everyone will be happy as soon as this motorway redraws. Motorway number 2 had a bit of a waiting game going on. Yeah, it looks like demand has equalized there. There is room for a few more black houses in the central southern part of the map. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few more spawn in. Alright. Down here could be problematic. You don't see a lot of extra. I'm leaning towards taking 1 yellow from here, giving this yellow over. So I'll have 3, but 2 of them are very close. And then I'll take 2 of these and attach them to the railroad. And then I'll take these 2 that are currently attached to the railroad and bridge them over here. For now, that'll at least give some more support to this newly created one. It also eliminated cross traffic for the black and yellow on this roundabout. Alright, we had another yellow shop. At least we have a motorway now, so see what we can do. So we have 3 yellows going to the far east one, 3 to this circle, 4 to this circle, 5 to this circle, 5 to this circle, and then 2 to the railroad, which is going to have fairly high demand right now. Alright, I assume we'll have another yellow or 2 spawn in, but for now I'll take these farthest away yellows and I'll use the 7th motorway for them. So I think these 4 down here should be enough to supply this one. So I'm going to eliminate this bridge and take motorway number 7 down here to this cluster of 3. I'm also going to make a road like this. That gives room for 3 more houses to spawn in on motorway number 7. I'm going to add a roundabout here and share some of these greens to the north. These down here to the south don't seem very usable. For now, I think that'll do. I could conceivably use some of these here. That light green just spawned in an area I wanted yellow to spawn, so I can eliminate this little road and I still have room for 2. So this red just went circle, and this red has been circle for a while. So I've got 4 reds attached here, 6 here, so I'm going to take one of these, probably this one, which is left turning onto the road anyway. Left turns are always slower in real life. I assume in the game that would simulate similarly. And I think that's about all I can do right now to make anything better. I don't see a traffic jam here, but it seems like it would create one, so see if that's any better. That one's not actually attached. If I can score one more motorway, I may look into putting these greens on separate paths. Alright, I got one. Alright. So what I'd like to see is a separation. I've got extras. This northeast one is not requesting very much support, so I'm gonna take, I have 5 for this one. Actually, I don't think I need that one. I'm just gonna add 3 for this one down here. There's already 2 that are very close by. And I will take these 3 and motorway them directly. That'll create maximum support from these 3. Give 3 to those. It'll be as even as I can make it, I think. Those greens are being problematic, and I was not paying close enough attention, so I may end up losing here. I took 2. We'll see if it's too little too late or not. We're getting close. May have just saved it. So I'm going to take this one back. It was very close. I suppose one thing I could do would be to take these 3 that are unused and bring them over here and then attach these 3 to this one. now getting a surge in demand for the blues. Alright, I'm gonna slow down the speed just a little bit so I can have a few extra seconds to react to anything that is spawning randomly on me here. I've got these 3 yellows that are spawning on the black line here, which I can't easily use anywhere unless I attach number 2 over. So I'm thinking I might add a roundabout and just move my motorway to the south. That'll allow me to use yellow and black. It could come back to bite you if could come back to bite me if traffic gets jammed up there, but I think it'll be okay for now. It looks like this red house is not really using these 3 to the south. I don't know if there's an easy way to utilize them. I guess blue's coming in on the left, so if I go to the right, I can even pick that one up. Gives me a little extra there. Those extra blacks that just spawned in are now attached to motorway number 6, which is currently feeding now 2 circle black shops. I just got another motorway, so I'm leaning towards as soon as I get the motorway back, because I just moved number 5, I'll give this row of unused blacks over to a different one here. Since number 6 goes straight to this one, I'll pull from this one, give it its own. Here, eliminate this road, not that road. It's coming to a point where demand is going to just exceed what I can do, I think, but we're at 4,800 trips, so that doesn't seem too bad. This is my first attempt at New York. I'm going to pause. Where am I at here? I don't have a lot of extra reds that are available. A couple of random spawns out to the far left. Seems like there should be plenty of reds attached to that. I guess I only have 1 attached here. But there isn't a lot I can do about that one. This one I added the 1, so maybe that'll help. There's just a traffic jam in most of these shops. Yellow's a traffic jam because of the railroad. 49.73 for a first try is not too bad. Week 22, 49.73. I'll take a screenshot real quick and see which place we got so far. I'm in the top 1%. So 5th place for my first try. Not too bad. I'll take it, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.